All right, Block Party Friday. So blocks on the short end on the end of your mat. We're going to start in a child's pose. Actually, well, I'll meet you on your mat. So we'll talk about it when I get to the mat. So coming to the back of your mat, we're going to take our knees a little wider than our hips. And we're going to move down into child's pose. Remember, if you cannot get your forehead to touch the floor, you're going to put a brick there. So you have some contact. Turn my lights on just a little bit. So on any level, the beauty of the blocks, guys, remember they have different sides you can place them on to bring the height a little bit closer to you on a short end, narrow end, or flat end. So as we start in the child's pose, as always, we're coming to this position in order to kind of set ourselves up and prepare ourselves for our class. So go ahead and make sure your forehead touches down. Your arms come long out in front of you. Send your seat back towards your heels. And then just concentrate for a moment just on the pattern of your breath. Think of every inhale, just creating a little energy, creating a little space, and then every exhale moving into that space, going a little deeper. Just stay here a moment and just breathe nicely. Today, our block party is going to involve the opportunity to feel the pose a little differently, to tune into our posture, to kind of take note of small little changes you can make to make your posture more accurate. Simply bringing the floor a little closer to us, create a little extra space, and things might feel just a little different. So I invite you just to really enjoy what we're doing today. So slowly move up to your tabletop position, and we'll move now into a puppy dog pose. So remember, a puppy dog pose keeps the hips over the knees. The arms are going to reach out in front of you, and your brick is going to come further forward as you just drop your elbows down. So your elbows are on, the forearms are on the floor. Tap your forehead to your brick, and then just pull your hips back. So you're going to feel a difference here. You're going to feel that chest starting to open up. Puppy dog is a pretty intense little pose. Also a really good opener for the chest, strengthener for the arms. So I'm going to change this up one more time. Lift up from your puppy dog, grab your second block, and put them where you can place your elbows on these bricks and bring your hands back behind you. So now you're going to feel a deeper stretch on the back of those arms and your triceps. So pressing your forehead now towards the floor, keeping your hips over your knees. Every stage of these feels just a little bit different. Breathe in and breathe out. And we're going to change it one more time. So just shift forward, move those blocks forward so your hands will be on the blocks. And now just press your chest towards the floor. Keep your hips over your knees, mount back towards your heels, and push your chest down. Every version of this is a different version of a puppy dog pose. Everyone has their own intensity. As we're in this position, please remember to listen to your body, respect any limitations you might have due to flexibility, due to injury. Then slowly begin to just shift yourself forward. Before we move up, place those bricks on their tallest level. Tabletop position right here. Inhale, lower the chest, lift the heart. Exhale, just roll the spine right to the sky. Go again, chest drop down. And then lift up. Drop down. And lift up. And then just one more time. And then lift up. Perfect. Coming back into neutral position, reach for one of your bricks, place it on your sacrum. From here, we're just going to let our body drift forward, and then we're going to pull it straight back without letting that brick fall off. So just keeping your core active and engaged, and shift back. You go back too far, it's a child's pose, and you'll lose that brick. So just press. So we're just concentrating on some posture, some core engagement. Let's go just one more time. And pull back. And then as you come back to center, replace the brick where it was. Tuck your toes underneath you, lift your knees up, find your first downward facing dog. Walking your dog out, just enjoying it for a moment. Perfect. Now looking forward, we're just going to slowly walk towards our bricks, walk towards the front of your mat. And then inhale, bring the hands to the top of those bricks and lift up halfway. Perfect. Fold back down. Go again, just push into those bricks, fingertips or palms, and then fold back down. And then press away and hold. Draw the navel in. Feel the crown of the head push forward and the hips pull back. Your rib cage drawing in smaller. Perfect. Now soften the knees. Push through the floor and just rise to stand all the way up. And bring the hands to your heart. Salute yourself right here. Welcome to your mat. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, open wide and bow forward. Inhale, rise halfway. This time, fold all the way down. Bend your knees. Place your fingertips behind your brick. Step back to downward facing dog. Drifting forward, bring your body to your knees. Your knees to the floor, body to your knees. That's a good one. All right, so we're going to start to drift forward. So your shoulders start to come towards your bricks. Bend your elbows, hover, push up. Go again, squeezing your elbows into your rib cage. Hover over the bricks, push up. This is a chaturanga push up. Hover, push up, and then just one more, just drifting forward, hover, and push up. Beautiful work. Take your toes underneath you, lift all the way back up to down dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Bringing your knees back down to the mat. Reach for one of your bricks and come back and sit on your heels right here. Take the brick between your hands. We're going to squeeze it super tight and reach it forward. Good. Now think of your shoulders here, shoulder blades right back behind you. I want you to just slide them back as though they're trying to touch each other and then shift them forward as far as they will go. Just your shoulders, pull them back and squeeze, still squeezing that brick, activating all that upper body now. Squeeze them back, squeeze them towards each other, and then press them up. This time, squeeze them back, hold, Pull the brick right towards your rib cage. And then press it back away as far as it will go, keeping your shoulders back, and then glide the shoulders forward. Pull the shoulder blades back towards each other. Pull the brick towards your rib cage, squeezing it tight, pushing it away, and then sliding your shoulders forward. Glide your shoulders back. Pull the brick towards you. Push the brick away and glide the shoulders forward. Soften and release. Well done. Coming back into tabletop position, downward facing dog. Perfect. Breathe in and breathe out. Gazing forward, bring your feet towards the brick. Hands on your brick, rise halfway. Exhale, fold back down, release and stand. Bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, open wide and bow forward. Inhale, push those bricks away, half fold. And exhale, place the hands back down on the mat, step back to plank pose. Take a breath here, and then exhale, begin to lower super slow. All the way, let the hips touch down, untuck your toes and press all the way up, cobra pose. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to slowly drop our belly towards the floor. Adjust yourself so your bricks are right at your shoulders. So move those bricks right in place. Lift your feet off the floor. Lift your fingertips off the floor. And then just tuck them under and reach them back behind you. Good. Now, keeping this position, bend your elbows, bring your fingertips and tap the bricks. And then push them back and towards your feet. Bring them in and just tap the bricks. Bring them up and press them back. Last time, bring them in and touch, hold here and put them down. Slowly push all the way up to full cobra. Push your feet into the floor, lift your kneecaps up to upward facing dog, and begin to lift with your hips and untuck the toes, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Gazing forward, bring yourself to the front of your mat. Step, jump, hop, any way you want to get there. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. This time, bending the knees, bring both bricks up to you. Place them back behind you, chair pose. Push them towards each other. Think a little deeper. Feel how active those arms are. Chest is wide open. Now, holding on to the short ends of these bricks, circle them up and bring them overhead. Push them together, chair pose here. Beautiful. Inhale, keeping the bricks squeezed tight, stand tall. Exhale, back to chair. Inhale, circle them back and touch them behind you. Squeeze them tight. Let them go, and then bring them back to the front. Squeeze them tight, look past those bricks, and then rise all the way up to standing, and then open them up and bow forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. This time, place the bricks on the shorter side, on the smallest side. Keeping your hands on top of those bricks, step back to plank pose. Perfect. Breathe in, breathe out. Drifting forward, start to bend those elbows and paws. Untuck your toes, lift the hips up and drop the thighs and knees down. Upward facing dog, right into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's do that once again. Inhale, drift forward. Exhale, squeeze the elbow to the rib cage. Untuck the toes and lift up to upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And one more time, drifting forward, lower, scoot forward and untuck the toes. And then bring yourself back up into downward facing dog. Well done. Stepping to the front of your mat. Hands to your shins, come up halfway. Exhale, fold back down, root to rise. And bring hands to heart center. Well done. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, half fold, and exhale, fold. Right breath comes back up onto its tallest side. We're going to bend the right knee. We're going to take this left breath. We're going to just place it. Seems kind of silly, but place it parallel to the floor on the side of your head. Now slowly rotate your shoulders, keeping this brick right where it is, and come up, and then come back down parallel to the floor. Adding this little twist here, pull it back out and bring it in. Now this should you should realize how this twist should feel. Good. And then just once more, take it out. Good. And then bring it back down and place that brick on the floor. So taking your left hand on that brick, bend the left knee. Grab the side of the brick with your right hand and just place it on the side of your head so it's parallel to the floor. And keeping your knee bent, slowly rotate your upper body to face that right wall. And then slowly bring it back down, keeping that brick. Just really press it along the side. Go again. Just rotate. And then bring it back in. A little core work here, a little twist. 2 more times. And then just 1 more time. And then return, dropping both bricks back to the floor. Place them on their shorter side. Hands to your shins as you rise halfway. Exhale, place the hands back on the brick, step back to plank pose. Inhale, drift forward in your plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, glide forward, untuck the toes, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Slide the bricks off to the side, root your hands to the mat now. Inhale, the right leg comes tall. Exhale, bend and open. Inhale, straighten it. Exhale, pull the knees towards your nose. Push it back out. Bend the knee and open. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, pull the knee to center and step it down. Perfect. So that right foot is forward, your knees are bent, a deep, deep lunge. Well done. Take your brick in under your left hand. Take that brick in your right, place it on the side of your head, and slowly rotate and hold. From this position, just float the arm straight away from your head, right up to the sky. And then bend the elbow, put that brick right back down, rotate your body back towards the floor, and place that brick down. Keeping your feet right where they are, leave the bricks alone, rise to crescent lunge. Beautiful. High lunge. Let's go ahead and add some dips here. So inhale, reach and straighten. Exhale, dip low. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, go low. Inhale, straighten, and then go low and straighten. Let's add our twist. So inhale, come up, twist to the right. Inhale, come up, and then open, twist to the left. Inhale, come up, open, twist to the right. Last time, open, twist to the left. Coming back to the center, reach forward for your blocks. Step back to plank pose. Inhale, drift forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Anchor your hands to the floor. Left foot comes up. Pull it, bend the knee, stack and open it. Straighten it out. Pull it towards your nose and in towards your body. Push it out, bend and open. Bring it out and step it forward. Stay in this nice deep lunge right here. Knee over ankle. Right brick comes under your hand. Left brick is held and placed on the side of your face, of your head. Now slowly begin to rotate, pressing that brick. This helps you turn properly here. And then let it float away and reach up. Bring it back down. Rotate your body back down. Place that brick back down on the floor. Rise to crescent lunge. Perfect. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dip. Inhale, lift, and exhale, dip. Inhale, lift, and exhale, dip. And inhale, lift, and then dip low. Add the twist. Come up, twist left. Come up, twist right. Come up, twist left. And then come up, twist right. And then come up to center. Reach down to your blocks. Step back to plank pose. Inhale, drifting forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale to full cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Perfect. Gazing forward, just bring your feet between the bricks. Release and come up halfway. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to hold this fold for just a moment. So widen your stance just a little bit. Bend both of your knees. Grab your elbows with your hands and allow your body to just hang a moment. Shifting the weight to the balls of the feet. Pulling the hips towards the sky. Shake out any negative thoughts, any fears. Replace it with positive thoughts. Courage. Perfect. All right. So releasing your hands back to your brick, we're going to take our left foot, reach it way back towards the back of your mat and spin the heel. Slowly rise to warrior one and then open up to warrior two. Perfect. We're going to reach forward and down and pick up one brick and bring it back with you. Perfect. Once again, we're doing this kind of like block party fun, bringing that block to your head and taking it back to a peaceful warrior. And doing this particularly just to feel what this pose really should feel like. Maybe pull your shoulder back just a tiny bit. Fantastic. And then we're going to slowly come back up and bring that brick back to the floor behind your front foot. Bringing the top arm to the sky, a really deep side angle pose. Let's take that same twisting motion. So reach for the second brick. Bring it back to the side of that head. And we're going to rotate our body in towards the other leg. And then pull it right back out. Go again, just dropping. So this forces you to keep the body square and open. Just one more time, just dip it down and then open it, reach it to the sky, beautiful, and then rest it back on your sacrum. Looking forward, we're going to move into half moon pose. So step your back foot in and move that right brick forward, shift and lift right here. And then slowly bring that brick back to the side of your head and rotate your body. Beautiful. Once you're here, lift the brick to the sky. And then begin to move it back behind you, bending your knee, maybe tapping your foot to the brick. It doesn't matter. And then straighten it back out. Bring the brick on the top back down to your mat. Place it down next to the other. Move it to the next level and just bow a little deeper. Here you can place those bricks anywhere you want or not even use your bricks for a standing split pose. Fantastic. Bringing your feet to touch. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Are we ready for the other side? Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, bow forward. Inhale to a half fold. And this time your right foot is stepping way back. Bending the heel, place it down. Well done. All right, let's go ahead and root the right hand to the brick. Or no, let's come up to warrior one first. Bringing one brick with you all the way up to warrior one. And then open up to warrior two. Perfect. All right, so the brick is in the front hand. If it's not, switch it. Bring it to the side of your head. Slowly back it up into a peaceful warrior. Pull the shoulder back just a tiny bit more. Feel that sensation. And then slowly tip it over, bringing the brick behind your front foot. Reach down for the opposite brick and bring it up. Place it on the side of your head and pull the shoulder back. Let's add that twist. The whole body turns towards the floor and then opens back up. Whole body turns to the floor, open back up, and turns to the floor and opens back up. And then let that block float to the sky. Beautiful side angle pose. Dropping the weight, the brick right down behind you, right on your sacrum, your eyes turn towards the floor, preparing for half moon pose. Step in, move the brick forward, shift and lift up. Well done. Bringing the brick back to the side of your head, slowly rotate your head to face that right side. Good. And then float the arm up. Lower the brick and bend the knee. Tap it. And then extend it. Don't worry if you don't tap, just take that motion. Let's go one more time. Bring it back. And extend it up. Bringing the top brick down to the mat. Keep them on their highest level as you square the hips. And then feel free to place them whatever level you want for a standing split. Bringing the top leg down right next to the other. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Take one breath, slide it up between your inner thighs. I hope you're having fun here. All right, let's squeeze from the outer part of the legs right to the center of that brick. Squeeze super tight. Soften everything else on your body. Fingertips are just shake those arms out. Let the fingertips move to the floor. And slowly bring those arms up. Spread the fingers wide here. Remember that we were squeezing that brick. Take that sensation of pulling towards center. Perfect. Slowly glide the hands to the heart. Allow the seat to go a little lower. Breathe in and exhale, twist to the right hand side. Placing your elbow on the brick or on your right leg. Inhale, rise back to chair pose. Still squeezing that brick. Soften your shoulders. Spread those fingers. Take a breath. Hands glide to the heart as you sink a little lower. And then exhale, twist to the left hand side. And then chair pose. Rise to stand. Fantastic. Bringing the arms by your side to Tadasana mountain pose. Feel the outer thigh squeezing deep into those bricks. Allow that energy to move through your body. Perfect. And then soften, release that brick, place it down on your mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, place your hands on your brick, step back to plank pose. Take one breath in plank and exhale, chaturanga, dropping halfway, pushing forward and lifting the heart, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, bend and open. Inhale, straighten, pull it in, put it next to the right brick. Bending the back heel, place the bricks on their higher level, rise to warrior one, open up to warrior two. Remember the sensation as we take our peaceful warrior. Arm is by, imagine you're still holding that brick there. Straighten the front leg to a reverse triangle pose. Peaceful triangle, keeping that leg straight. I'm going to reach for the brick that is on the right behind your foot. Taking that left one, let's do the same thing. Take that brick to the side and just open up. That's what it should feel like. Perfect. Floating the arm towards the sky. Everything is lined up. Perfect. Rebending the elbow, placing that brick right next to the side of your head. Rotate your body back towards the floor. Place the brick back down on its highest level. Take your back foot, step it out to the side and in just to square off those hips. Feel your body flat, pushing into the bricks. Pull that hip back, move the crown of the head forward, and take one long breath. Now we're going to start to bend our elbows and bow down. Move your bricks to the lower level, right on their side, and bring your nose towards your knee. Come up to the fingertips here. Choose a position for revolved triangle. I would encourage the brick to be on its highest level on the inside of your foot or move it to the outside of your foot. Before you rotate though, push the brick away. Seek a lot of space between your body and that front leg, and then begin to turn your body, slowly moving the right arm up. Perfect. Bring it right back down. Go ahead and move that brick back onto its smallest side, right by your front foot. Soften the knees, step back to plank pose. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, bend and open it. Inhale, straighten it, and then bring it inside that left brick. Bending the back heel before we move up, bring those bricks to the higher level. Inhale, rise to warrior one. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Inhale to that peaceful warrior. Once again, hold and feel that sensation. Imagine that brick is along the side of your head. Start to straighten out the front leg and then glide forward and down, reaching for the brick behind your foot. Perfect. And reach for the second brick. With your right hand, placing it on the side of your head. Rotate your shoulders so they are stacked. And then slowly let the brick float up to the sky. Beautiful. Rebend the elbow, place it back down, and then just let that elbow and body turn back towards the floor. Place that brick down on its highest level. Taking your back foot, step it in and out to the side to square off those hips. And then take a moment here to push away from those bricks. Feel your hips pull back, your head pull forward. Feel that sensation. Take one breath in, and we're going to start exhaling and bowing a little deeper, moving the bricks to their flattest side, a little bit behind your foot. Bow your nose towards your knee. Inhale, rise halfway. Now find where you wish to go with a revolved triangle. On the highest level, choose front or back of your foot. Before you rotate though, push away from that brick so you create space in that body. Turn your shoulder and then lift the arm up. Revolve to triangle. Well done. Bringing the hand back down, go ahead, place those bricks in place. Soften the knees, step back to plank pose. And then straight up to downward facing dog. Well done. Drifting forward to a plank pose, bring your right knee and touch your right elbow. Left knee, left elbow. Right knee, left, right. Left knee, right knee. Left knee and right knee. And left knee, and then hips up and back, down dog. Perfect. Start to move your bricks into center and step to the outside of your bricks. All right, so we're going to stack our bricks, move them behind you, and have a seat if you can. Maybe go the highest level. Stay here as you push the inner thighs out. Your hands come close to your heart. Close your eyes. Just reflect for a moment on the changes of these poses just by using these kind of magical tools that we have. So the next set is more advanced, and so I urge you to listen to whether or not you even want to try this, but crow pose variation. So we're going to take our hands, we're going to bring them down to the floor. We're going to lift our seat off of the floor. Stay here if you're not comfortable with this. Pulling your knees up as close as you can. I want you to just shift out slightly forward. And this is the tricky part. Lift the right toe up and tap the brick and then bring it down. Left toe comes up, taps, and brings it down. Now you can try that again, or you can try and shift and lift or let your toes both rest on the brick into a modified crow pose. Find your way back down to those bricks to Malasana and have a seat. And no matter where you went with that pose, be grateful, even for just that thought that might have gone through, like, I wish I could do that. It's a challenge, but it's just a way to kind of get that feel for it. Perfect. So we're going to shift and just move these bricks out from underneath us. Anywhere, just bring them out. We're going to make our way down onto our mat. Well done, you guys. As you come down onto your mat, we're going to take one brick between our knees and one brick in our hands. So squeeze it tight and one in our hands. Then we're going to slowly, slowly, slowly roll down. Perfect. And then we're going to slowly roll back up. As you roll up, stay here. Pull yourself into both pose. Pull the knees closer in and push out and lower. Roll up and pull in and then lower. So first roll up and bend the knees and then pull them in. Take your time here and then release. Rolling up, knees come in and then go back down. Roll up, knees come in, push them back and release. And then once more, rolling up, pulling them in, pressing them out, and roll all the way back down. Well done. Lower your brick, grab the second one. Actually, let's keep it between our inner thighs for now. So I want you to squeeze it tight. Take the second brick and put it under your sacrum. Roll your shoulders underneath you, and this should feel really good. That's a sweet spot on your sacrum. But take a moment here now to squeeze that brick that's between your knees, and then lift it just enough to turn this brick on its narrow side. Roll your shoulders under again. Squeeze that brick. And then from here, we're simply going to lift our body off of the brick. Big inhale as you squeeze and lift. Exhale, touch back down. Inhale, squeeze tight and lift. Exhale, touch back down. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, touch back down. And then inhale, squeeze, lift, and hold. As you squeeze this brick, extend your right leg out. Hold right here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, touch down. Lift again, even higher, squeeze tight and lift the left leg. Hold right here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, rebend and settle yourself back on that brick. Pulling your feet in closer and removing the brick from between your knees. Lift to the tallest brick you can, bridge you can. I encourage you to use that brick to come on its longest end. It's sometimes tricky to get there, but it is wonderful once you're there. Feel everything open up. Remember, we were squeezing that brick. Continue that sensation. Well done. Slowly lift enough to release that brick if you have it there. Lower it all the way on its flat side once again. Put it right under your sacrum and bring your feet to the sky. Perfect. Leave it there for a moment. Maybe we flex our feet, pulling our toes towards us, and then simply push them away from us, and then pull them down towards us and away from us, and then bending your knees, touch down, lift and remove the brick. Well done. Bringing both knees into you, give them a nice hug and take a moment to rock on your spine, create small circles, anything to massage that lower back just a little bit. Go both ways. Perfect. And then bringing the knees to touch, lift the head and the shoulders right off the floor. Extending the left leg out, squeeze that long leg, pull the right one in, take a breath, exhale, give it 2 little pulls and switch. Exhale, exhale, switch. Exhale, exhale, switch. Exhale, exhale, switch, and exhale, exhale, switch. Exhale, exhale, switch. Exhale, exhale, switch. Exhale, exhale, switch. And exhale, exhale, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. And pull, pull, switch. Well done. Bring both knees in. Crossing your ankles, bring yourself up to a seated pose. Maybe turn forward so you can see. All right, so we're going to use both bricks here. So for me, I have, it doesn't matter which leg you have on top. I want you to take one brick, place it underneath. All right, my right is in the front, just so you know. And the left brick goes right under to create a support system. Then we're going to take the opposite brick and put it on the top. And we're going to, we're going to put it on the other side. We're going to put it on the top, and we're going to try and bring this brick up in any way you can to square or on the ankle. So we can create, what we want to do is create a square position. So most of us have our leg really high. So we want to create a foundation to rest it on. I don't have that flexibility to put it here. So I'm going to leave it here and create the best square position that I can. So kind of figure that out. You can play around with how those bricks go depending on your flexibility. I wish I could. That just doesn't work for me. So right here, you'll notice we want that front leg as straight as we can. Here, good. And then breathe in, get really tall, and then exhale, just let your body move forward. Yeah, oh my, tight, tight. Come all the way back up. And then turning with your body, go to one side. Doesn't matter which way, just go and turn. And then coming back around, turn the other way. Just a gentle, easy turn. And then come the other way. So the leg that's on top is now going to go on the bottom. And you're going to adjust those bricks. So you have a little bit of stability. The key is stability. Anywhere, I'm going to just place that brick where it can just rest. That works for me. There we go. So you just play with them until you can get those legs as parallel to the floor as you can. All right, root down, and then begin to just move your body forward. Yes. Oh my, feel the tightness in those hips. And then slowly rise back up. This time lifting the arms to the sky. We'll take just a tip to one side. And then we'll come all the way up and we'll tip to the other side. Which way you go, but it doesn't make any difference. And then coming right back to the center, release those legs, bring them out long. All right, so we're going to take one brick outside of your right leg. We're going to bring our hands to our hips or our lap. We're going to put it on its medium size. Tall would be too tough. We're going to take this leg and just lift it up and over and bring it back. And lift it up and over and bring it back. And lift it up and over and bring it back and up and over. Let's go 4 more. Feel that for 4 and for 3 and for 2 and then for 1 and bring it back in. Well done. Move it to the other side, but before we go there, grab that leg you just worked, pull it back behind you. The long leg pulls in. Taking your brick, just put your forearm on it. We're going to lift and lower this leg. So you can use your bricks as just something to lean on and just lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, and lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Now knee up, knee down, knee up, knee down, knee up, knee down, knee up, knee down, and knee up, knee down, 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 knee up and in. Pull it in and out, in and out, in and out, and in and out. And 4 and 3 and 2 and then 1. Pull it back in, grab the ankle and bring yourself up. Pull it back even further this time and just send your hip forward. Well done. Quadricep took its little toll there. And then let's go ahead and stretch that hip that we just worked here, that glute. So bring the back leg around and cross it all the way over. Taking a moment to just squeeze your leg into your body and rooting down with your sitting bones. Just start to turn yourself, pulling this knee to the opposite shoulder. As you release, pull the foot closer to your hip, right into those cow legs. Perfect. Let's take eagle arms here. So with the left leg, the right leg in front, we'll take the right arm underneath the left, right here. Lifting the elbows as high as your shoulders. Take a moment to simply close your eyes. Breathing gently. And then begin to just let your body come forward. Bringing your elbows to touch your knees. And then letting the arms go, reaching fingertips to the floor. Bring your nose and your forehead towards your knee. Back it up and release. Take those legs out long and maybe give them a little shake for a moment. And let's prepare for the other side. So remember, we'll be using these bricks. Bring it on the outside of the left foot this time. Bringing the hands to your waist, rib cage, it doesn't make any difference. Let's lift and cross it over for 8, for 7, for 6. Feel it in your core as well to stay up tall. 4 more, here's 4, here's 3, and here's 2, and then 1 more, and release. Bring that brick to the opposite side as you pull this leg back. Perfect. Just send your hip forward, pull the other knee in for a moment, and let's go ahead and create a little bit of a support system for our forearm, hand, whatever you want to do. We're going to lift this back leg off the floor for 8, 7. Just keep going. Good. Now knee up, knee down. Knee up, knee down. Knee up, knee down. Knee up, knee down. Keep it going. All right, this time knee up and hold. Push it out and in for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, and for 2, and for 1, and release. Pulling yourself all the way up, cross it all the way over. Take a moment to really pull it to center, root down with your sitting bones, and then just pull the knee to your opposite shoulder as you move into a twist. Perfect. Coming all the way back to center, pull this top leg back further into cow legs. Grabbing your toes just to find your posture. And then with our left leg on top, we will take our arms and bring our left arm underneath the right. Wrap them around, pull the elbows shoulder height, close your eyes, gentle breath. Slowly let your body begin to bow forward, bringing the elbows to touch your knees, and then release the arms and bring the fingertips or palms to the floor, and let the nose and the forehead drop towards that top knee. Good. Walking all the way back, it's time to just release and take those legs long, give them a little shake out, and then just walk them towards the length of your mat once again. Well done. Let's go ahead and bring our arms in front and slowly make your way all the way back down. Perfect. Grab one brick and bring your right thigh up towards you. The short end of the brick is on the right thigh. We've done this, so you are familiar here. Flex your foot. Bring your right elbow also to the brick. Start to squeeze. All right, before we involve anything else, bring the leg closer and your elbow closer. So you're trying to shorten that brick. At the same time, pull the belly in and move your spine deep into your mat. Now from here, begin to lift your head up and bring both hands behind your head. Gazing down towards your long leg floated off the floor. Create resistance by squeezing, anchoring, holding for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, touchdown, release. Well done. Switch sides. Bringing the left leg in. So we're going to take it just bit by bit here. Block on thigh and under elbow. Before we do anything, just begin to squeeze that brick and anchor the spine towards the mat. From here, lift the head and let the fingers wrap around the back of your head, and then squeezing tight, float that right leg off the floor. Squeeze and hold for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, touchdown. Releasing the brick, bring your feet to the floor. Well done. Taking both of your bricks, take a Supta Baddha Konasana, resting your bricks somewhere underneath those thighs so you could feel a bit of support here. Perfect. Take a moment here, just breathe. Sweeping the arms over your head, slide the fingertips underneath your head and pulse up for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Go again for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. This time, lift, bring the knees together, pull them into center for 1, and then open, extend for 2, open and extend, 3, open and extend, and 4, open and extend for 5, and for 6, and for 7, and then once more, bring them back in, drop everything down, and take that Supta Baddha Konasana once again. Extend the arms out wide, soften the chest, breathe. We have one more round with just a slightly different variation. So bring the hands back behind your head, pulse up right here. 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and then once more for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, and for 2, and for 1. Bring everything to center, bring the knees to touch, and bring everything in. This time bicycle, alternating arms and legs. Twist, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. 8 more times. Here's 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bring knees to center and drop your head. Well done. Breathe, rock. Bring the hands right behind your knees. Roll yourself to a seated pose, extending your legs, taking one brick on its highest level, placing it in between your legs. We're going to start to walk down our legs. Our goal is to rest our forehead on this brick. So if you are very flexible, you will be able to change the position of the brick. Otherwise, just come down, adjust that brick where your forehead is, and just rest it on your forehead. Place the palms of your hands on the mat next to your legs. Maybe scoot your hips back a little. Breathe. Perfect. And then sliding your hands back, sit up tall, taking your left hand on top of the brick. Take the full length of your arm, sitting up straight. Reach the right one forward, spread your fingers wide, and then begin to sweep it to the back of you. Follow your thumb with your eyes as far back as you could go. Bring it back in the same path that you brought it to the back, and then place the right hand on your brick. Extending your left, pulling your shoulders back, and then sweeping the hand back behind you, following the path with your eyes, and then hold it as far back as you can go. And then using that same path, come back to the center and place both hands on the side and bow forward once again, seeking that brick placed under your forehead. This time, as you slide back, bending your knees, catch that brick, put it on its shorter side between your feet, and then roll back and extend your feet to the sky. Bring your arms out nice and wide. And just feel the squeeze, and feel how that squeeze resonates all the way up those legs. Perfect. Now slowly peel up and try and touch the brick with your fingertips. And then open back up. Peel up and touch. Open back up. Peel up and touch. Open back up and peel up and touch. This time, just the right arm to the opposite side of the brick. Reach and down. Left arm, opposite side of the brick. And down. Right arm, reach, tap. Come back down, lift, reach, and tap. And come down, reach and tap, and come down. And we have just one more. Let's go, squeezing that brick. Reach, and let it go. And reach, and let it go. Bending your knees, reach for your brick. Place your feet on the floor. And then just keeping the bricks by your side for a moment, just rock your knees side to side. Just kind of iron out any kinks here. Then we're going to let our legs stay on the right hand side. Stacking your knees, looking over towards those left fingertips. If your knee does not touch the floor, glide your brick under it so it has a small support. Even just the edge of the brick will do. Perfect. Let's go to the other side. Once you're over there, if your knees can't touch, just let that brick kind of slide a little bit under those legs to create a foundation for you. And then look towards the right. Slowly coming right back to center. Take the soles together, slide those bricks underneath those thighs to create that foundation. Just to open your legs onto. Supta Baddha Konasana. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. And just find your breath. Maybe bring more air into your inhale. And release more from your exhale. As you release your exhale, feel your back kind of collapse into your mat. Your belly pulling in. Full breath in. And full breath out. Sliding the arms to the side. Bring the knees to touch. And take your final Shavasana, no bricks, just your Shavasana. If you want to try something with your bricks, that's nice. You can slide them underneath your knees in your Shavasana. So you have a slight bend. We used to do that. We do this a lot with bolsters, with pillows. Kind of takes pressure off your lower back. So you worked hard doing things that we don't normally do. So it's important here to let your body just kind of absorb all that work, the challenges, the different movements. To just embrace the stillness for a moment. And as we prepare to come out of our Shavasana, just bring your knees into your chest, give them a little hug. Rock over to the right hand side. Remember, you want to stay in that fetal position just for a moment. And then finally, please bring yourself up. And I encourage you today to sit on your blocks. Put them together or stack them up. I like mine just side by side. Elevate. What that's going to do is going to allow those hips to open a little bit deeper. Feels really good. Posture check here. So shoulders, remember where we drew our shoulder blades towards the back of us. Let's go there now. Drop your chin to your chest and close your eyes. And remember that anything that annoys us, even through your practice, is just teaching you patience. Anything you hate or just don't like is teaching you unconditional love. And anything you can't control is teaching you to just let go. And anything you fear is teaching you to find your courage. Together we say namaste.
Namaste.